Good evening, friends. Give me 1 second. Just getting started here. Good evening, Leo, my friend. How are you? All right. Give me 1 second. Just checking something out. Nice. Nice, Leo. Nice. Give me just a second here. So that's good. I guess we can remove that. Beautiful. All right, beautiful. 1 second. One moment, mi amigos. One moment, amigos. Amigos. And Hector is here giving his bits, whatever those bits are. Thank you, buddy. I don't know yet what they are, but thank you for giving them away. All right. Stop. Numinex, my friend. Good evening, buddy. How are you? I think what we're gonna switch to using a different font today. So I'm gonna have this Mona Lisa guy supporting the channel. So today I'm gonna be switching to this. They're gonna basically give me 1 second. They're basically gonna give me this for free, just so I use it basically. And we're gonna just yeah. Well, I'm getting it for free today. I'm just in chat with them, and well, it's a pretty expensive font. Are you sure that you used it? This is like more than 100 euros font. But if you did use it, amazing. But it's a pretty expensive font. This is not a free font, right? Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna switch to this font today. I'm waiting for those fellas to respond, but I think they agreed. So we're gonna switch to this today. I just told them, look, I think it's fair that you give me this font for free, and for the, you know, for and of course for in return, you know, in return you're gonna yeah, people are gonna see that I'm using it, and they're gonna come to your site and buy it as well. So yeah, I guess if they agree on that, I think they will. At least they already asked me about it. Then that's great. So today we're gonna switch to this fella over here. How is everybody doing tonight? Reps, I also removed that fart, just so you guys know. It was just a joke for a day or two. So you don't have to stress anymore hovering over this anymore. It was just a joke. It was just an experiment I wanted to do to check some stuff out, how people react to that sort of shit. Well, I think I got one of the guys. And by the way, I did break sign up. That's why nobody signed up last night. In one of the latest pushes, I actually broke it, so I fixed it today. Yeah, somebody got super. I think somebody got super scared. This guy wrote. This guy wrote. Who did it? Oh, it was the join Discord button. So the thing is, so if you're wondering what was broken, right? Well, so a couple of days ago, right? A couple of days ago, some smart guy, I saw that somebody played with curl or postman or whatever, and they managed to write a thought. So they managed to write a thought before completing their profile. So somebody managed to write a thought without even having, a username and password and stuff. Sorry, username, first name, and last name. So that was really good. And then I realized, right, that I only logged the UI behind this action, but I didn't log the actual HTTP resources, or I didn't add authorization. Let's call it authorization for that thing, right? So basically what happened, I had to create another decorator, right? So I had to create this additional decorator called isProfileComplete, right? So we have a isAuthenticated decorator that doesn't allow you to do actions if you're not logged in. But then I had to create this fella as well, isProfileComplete, right? So, and then I put that probably on 99% of the endpoints, right? So I had to go and put it to a lot of places, right? So I don't allow you, so even though you're logged in, you can't do anything until you complete your profile, right? Because the platform, unfortunately, I by accident also added it to /me, which is the endpoint that gets called when you log in. And due to that, people had impression that they never logged in, which is why they never actually completed their profile. So I just had to remove his profile. You see, 2 hours ago, I pushed, we had app is profile complete, right? So that was a yeah. It was just a global search from the replace type of issue, because I was like, there's no chance, man, that past 2 days nobody signed up. I mean, because now people are even finding us on Google and stuff, right? And yeah, it's good I was actually right, so that's great. So that was the issue. All right, so let's start with something today. Actually, I think very soon. So just to give you a status about Android, I'm probably gonna fix the Android stuff today after stream, and I'm gonna push it to production most likely. But I think next feature that we're gonna be doing is gonna be projects, and we'll need to design this feature on our own, because I think one thing that would be nice, um, I think one thing that would be nice is that we build a projects feature, so where people can find other developers to join on projects, but also some sort of a place where you can get feedback on your existing project. So for example, I can see that many of you are kind of putting a lot of stuff in Discord and asking, hey, how does this look like, blah, 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 blah. But Discord chat is very fast, right? It's something that just disappears and then you never go back to it. So I think as part of this thing is going to be, hey, find other people to do projects together. I think we could incorporate something like, and I hope that that guy didn't, because the thing is, the most fundamental thing if you're ever asking for feedback is that make sure to align with yourself that the honest feedback is what you want. I think that guy probably got butt hurt or something. I hope not, because he didn't really respond to it properly. And if you're asking for feedback ever, be prepared to get it, because people don't want you bad, don't think bad. They just want you to do it better. So I hope that he didn't get, I don't know. But people get offended all the time, so that's nothing, right? The thing, let me give you an advice, Leo, right? Let me give you an advice. And I think I can. I'm a bit older, so don't. I think whenever you're giving feedback, right, especially in an environment like this where there's a lot of young people, also a lot of let me just go back here. So yeah, this thing, I know that you're kidding, and for me it was very entertaining, but based on this, probably not super entertaining for him, right? That's why you'll never see me. You see, when I'm giving feedback here, I kind of never use any. I try to avoid any adjectives or any core or of anything. I just say, hey, it looks good, blah blah blah, right? Because this sort of stuff, you never know how people are gonna react. Because this we have 300, 200 people here of random, right, things. So that's why I think maybe he just got butthurt. I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Oh, just say, hey man, praise the person a bit and then give feedback. It's like, hey man, great effort. Keep it up, keep on working. Take a look at those inspirational websites. You see the way that I wrote it, right? I'm like, hey, and then I'm like, yeah, great inspiration, blah blah blah, right? Anyway, well, you said at least this website made me not hungry or something like that, right? That was actually fun. I'm just saying I don't think it was fun for him. I don't think it was fun for him. That's for me it was certainly fun. Like why not? I just don't think it was very fun for him, right? Like it was a recipe something, right? The big shot. Thank you very much, buddy. But yeah, this is like I mean, this is probably, I think I've done the layout like this maybe 20 years ago. I mean, this is really fucked up, right? Um, I mean, I'm not laughing at the layout. It's just the food pictures look so hilarious. They're, I mean, look at the pizza. It's like somebody took it and I mean, it's just like no, I mean, it's just like look at the pictures. It's look at this picture. I mean, who the fuck knows what this is, right? It's like, is this chicken or is this a fucking a piece of crap that somebody left on the street? What is this, right? Maybe that's the intention of the platform, right? JS Mania, good evening. It's like, what could this be? What could this be? Contains meat. Okay, well, that looks like yeah. It's kind of actually funny that he implemented logging in and stuff like that, right? And yet those things are like, I mean, it's impressive in a way, but also kind of paradoxical in some other way, right? You would think that no, but I mean, you would think that learning how to use responsive images is way easier than learning how to implement a third-party logging service, right? So I don't know. Sometimes I'm just confused. It's like create a post. Okay. Anyway, yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, it's great effort. It genuinely is. I mean, honestly, this is a good thing, man. I mean, he look. Some people don't even build this, right? So this is genuinely a great effort. I mean, sure, the design of this is really bad, and he can improve it if he wants, but it's still some effort. I think he spent a lot of time building this, which is admirable. I respect that, right? It's just right. I don't look at this and think anything negative. I mean, I think he did probably he right. G Bounty, good evening, my friend. So it's a great effort, man. I mean, he wouldn't need too long to fix this stuff, right? But that's the problem, as I told you before. Like, try not to avoid CSS. Like, this is this have this. If you ever need motivation why you should learn CSS, just think of this website, right? And think of what happens when you don't know it. You can build the best backend in the world. You can build, who cares, right? Like if you don't know CSS, this is the product of your work, right? He can have the best backend, the best whatever, but if you can't make things look and feel good, nobody gives a shit, right? So in simple words, like don't underestimate the importance of, right? Yeah, this is amazing. This looks really good. Yeah, this is literally what I told him. This is great. This is something I instantly click and I'm like, yeah, I would use this site, right? Yeah, I'm like, yeah, looks really good. This looks like a actual real product, right? I mean, reps, I'm a realist, right? I'm not a pessimist, optimist. I'm a huge realist, right? And honestly, I don't give a, that's just how I live my life. I think that I just say things that I think are true. I'm not saying that they are true. I'm just saying I think I say things that I think are true, right? So I mean, I think that feedback is genuinely. I mean, I had so many great managers in my career, and they were brutally honest to me many times. I would go home, I would feel really bad. I would feel sad, but those were the managers that affected my career the most. They made me good. They made me realize my weaknesses. It certainly weren't those who were just trying to avoid any conflict and telling me anything, right? So I think feedback is so fundamental for life, man. Like it can be any sort of feedback, right? Um but anyway, this is a great site, and so you can see kind of right what just knowing some CSS means, right? If you don't know CSS, no matter no matter what backend you build, no matter anything, nobody's gonna like. If you come to site like this, you're never gonna come back. What's in the back end, when an average person who wants to cook a pie comes here, right? Imagine my grandma or my mom. If my mom visits this site, she's not gonna be like, ooh, let me inspect this. Fuck the looks. Let me see if he's using, IndexedDB. It's like my mom can barely turn the computer on, right? She's not gonna be like, ooh, let me check is this React, or is this, no, I mean, she's gonna be like, oh my God, wait, I want to click on this image, it doesn't go anywhere, it's maybe my glasses, wait, oh, maybe I click here, okay, why can't I click here? Oh, I can, okay. Where is the recipe? Oh, it's here. One egg, one mustard, like, you get what I mean, right? My mom is not gonna be like, ooh, Express.js, ooh, Golang, ooh. She's gonna be like, I want make pizza, how I click. You know what I mean? It's like, my mom is not gonna be like, ooh, ooh, this is C# in the backend. This pizza is gonna taste so good. Oh my God, this is stencil.js with a shitty CSS. Who cares? Ooh, let me eat this pizza. Can't click. I want to like this. Why this no go 1, 2 when I click? I can create a pizza here. All right, enough. But you get the point, right? Okay, enough. So I think that illustrates through humor and comedy the tragedy of not knowing CSS. That explains the tragedy of not being able to make things look nice for your mom. My mom doesn't give a shit about backend. Where I click? Where I click? Shut the fuck up. Okay. Okay, so what do we do today? Man, I'm terrorizing people here. I sincerely apologize to everybody. My goal is not to terrorize any of you. But yeah, I hate bullshit. That's how it is. All right, let me shut the fuck up. Okay, so I actually want to write some code, right? The question though is, yeah, past yesterday and today I wasn't very inspired. Oh yeah, we had an issue. We had an issue to fix. Great. I agree, man. 100%. I think feelings are fine, but feelings are not fine only when your whole life is about feelings. I have feelings, and all of us have feelings, and we are all human beings. But if your whole life is led by feelings, then that's not just bad for you, it's bad for the people around you as well. Because, you know, if it was, yeah. Okay, so let's fix an issue, right? So one issue that we got reported, right? And I think we have to test that. Did someone sign up? No, okay. All right. All right, let's go back here. Where is it? Sync repos, right? I think this, yeah, that's broken. Invalid state. Okay. So let's fix that today, right? AR, good evening, my friend. How are you? Invalid state. Jesus Christ. Get access token from authorized code. Oh, wow. This is the longest function name I wrote in my life, I think. Get access token from authorized code flow callback. What? I don't think I wrote this. I think this is a... What the fuck, bro? Actually, to my defense, I didn't write it. It's a library build function. Great. Now I can shit on it. I always tell my team at work, listen to me, guys. This is a super important lesson. The most important lesson in your programming lives. Before you shit on some code, first check the git blame and see, did you write that code? So for example, once I realized that this code isn't mine, then I aggressively and shamefully attacked it. How could anyone write this? But I didn't do it immediately. I waited a bit, I made sure that I didn't write it myself, and then I attacked it. No, Panosa, it's the fault of people who wrote the library. They suck. So this is a very important lesson to learn. First make sure the code that literally, like every day when I come to work, when I work on the repositories at work, I first check the code if I wrote it. If I didn't, then I unleash the very passive-aggressive tone. If I wrote it, I found excuses. It's like, I was under time pressure. This piece of code isn't even important, right? So you know, if it's your fault, you can find excuses, and if it's someone else's fault, you just aggressively attack. Shit on it, complain about it, be like, oh my God, I never did anything like that. It's great, it's a great feeling, and everybody's gonna like you as a person. Everybody's gonna want to work with you. Or ChatGPT, exactly. Fuck, man, that's a great idea. Man, I didn't even know that one. Fuck, now I can blame everything on a ChatGPT. So in fact, if I let ChatGPT write my whole code, do I have responsibility for any of the code then? It's like self-driving cars argument. If a self-driving car kills someone, is it the car's fault or is it the producer's fault, right? Think about it. From today, I'm writing no code on my own anymore, even though it's not that I did anyway. That's it. Yeah. Here's my best man here. Yeah. Okay, this is actually incredibly useful error. This error is not only useful, it's great, and I can solve this bug now by reading that error. Invalid state. Super nice. This is where we fail, right? I think I know what the issue is. I think that the state is not valid. I think that the state is invalid. Can you insult the quality of my code? Why? Okay, never mind, guys. Shut the fuck up. Don't trigger me, okay? Let me just focus for a minute here. Shit. Give me 1 second. I need to SSH into my server. Give me 1 second. I'm going to do it on the screen that's on my ceiling. I have a screen on the ceiling. I'm a very specific developer. Let me just look at my screens here on the ceiling. Yeah, let me I'm already there. I just need to shit. Wait. Just looking at my all right, I found the bug. The bug is in my env file. Give me 1 second. Let me fix it right away. All right, great. What a piece of information. I need to shit every time. I thank you, man. Thank you very much for that piece of info. I think I feel a lot better now. If you can take a picture of your dump next time, I would highly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Take it with 4K camera. It's gonna be great. I want to put it on my profile picture in Programmer Network. Just frame it like this, right here on the camera. 100%. Actually, if this network doesn't succeed, I have a great kind of idea to shift to. We can build a shitters network. And then we can just have a bunch of people posting pictures of their crap. I bet, I shit you not, there's no platform like that exists. Think about it. Think about it. It's a unique idea. If programmer network doesn't succeed, think about it. Actually, there is a website like that. Actually, no, guys, there is a website with pictures like that. Let me show you. Here it is. This is the only website where it's impossible to see if things in the images are food or shit. It is the only website where it's impossible to notice the difference. Is this bolognese or is this shit ognese, right? It's hard to say. Okay. That's pancakes, okay. Ah, man. You guys triggered me, I can't stop. No, only thing now I'm thinking is that website now. Broken Studio. I'm just broken today, my friend. I'm just broken. They gave me this website and I can't let go. I can't let go. Well, one thing is for certain, Leo, he cannot make it any worse. So there's always a positive thing, when, depending how you look at it, right? He certainly won't make it worse. So, when you do such a job and you can't make things worse, it's good, right? Okay, why is this invalid state? Let me get serious here a bit. Why are we getting invalid state? Why would that be? Give me just 1 second, guys. I need to check one thing out. Okay, so good. So okay. Okay, good. So now it's a different error, right? And I get this, right? So that's fine. You don't have access, please authenticate. So this is fine now. So now we're actually to square one, which is actually good. So that's good, because this issue I was aware of, right? It's the invalid state one that I was not aware of, right? And this is where we get the invalid state. I see. Shit. Okay. So the problem is we pass all of this stuff, right? So I think the issue basically here is, right, is that once the shit. So man, yeah, fuck, how do we solve this though, right? Because the issue here is that when the callback calls us back, right? So when we get called back by GitHub, we are requesting this endpoint to, we're requesting you to be authenticated here, right? And that's the problem, right? And we have to request that because we need to know who you are, right? The problem is that okay, let me ask the bot, but we would need to somehow carry over some state when I implemented GitHub auths with my Fastify API, and I like to sync repositories whatsoever. The callback that GitHub calls requires authentication on my end. How would I generally solve this? Can I carry over some state when I call GitHub and then get back so I know who is calling? Yeah, exactly. This is exactly what I'm talking about, right? This is exactly what I'm talking about, right? So I would need to carry the state over. So sync GitHub repositories, right? If we go here, I mean, I could literally carry over the whole JSON web token. What if I carry the entire JSON web token when user initializes the authentic GitHub flow from JS Maniac? Thank you very much, buddy, for the fun. We had a good laugh. Thank you for that, man. And thank you for coming around. Definitely, man. Definitely. So yeah, man, this is a bit tricky now. The trickiness here is that when we call GitHub, right? So this is the issue we have with syncing now, right? So this is the front end, right? This is our client. This is our React app, and in it, right, you click a button that says sync repos, right? And then we, when you do that, we call GitHub and it's like, hey, GitHub, this user wants to, this thing wants to authenticate, right, with you, right? And it's like, yeah, sure. This app requires those permissions. Do you want them? You're like, yeah, all good. And then this guy, right, tries to call back our callback, right, in the API. This is the problem, just so we can all understand it. So this fella is like, yeah, great, all good, man. I'm just gonna call your API. I'm gonna call the callback that you specified in the GitHub settings back, right? So calls the callback, right? But this callback that is trying to call, right, is protected by the authorization middleware. This guy, right? So GitHub calls us back, right? And we're like, that's not gonna work, dude. You're not logged in. So we're like, no, that's not cool, man. We're just gonna return 401 to you, right? So when we hit GitHub from here, we need to send some hash of some sort. We need to pass some state, some extra state, like state is like, I don't know, something like this. And then when the GitHub calls our callback back, we need to use that and say, okay, I'm going to use this value to decipher which user is trying to sync the repositories. Now, this state, I thought, I can just include the whole JSON web token, then decrypt it. It's like, yeah, but then, yeah, it is a bit insecure to send the whole authorization token to a third-party service because, yeah, someone could technically, like a man-in-the-middle attack or whatever, could intercept this, and then they can just log in to your account, right? So now the question is, what do we send so we can identify who the user is? Ah, shit. I have an idea, actually. So what we could do, I could call some callback that doesn't require authentication. Then that callback could call the UI again, the can redirect back to the user's app. And then the app in which user is authorized could call another function that does this, right? So in simple words, yeah, I think that would work, 100%. So this thing we can make, yeah. So great. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna duplicate this crap. I think that should work. I think that's a good idea, actually. So we're gonna leave that crap like this. Whatsoever, we're not gonna have this, and we're not gonna be doing this, right? We're gonna be doing something else. So actually, I'm just gonna say here, like, pass a callback, whatever, a handler function, right? So over here now, I can redirect to the user interface, right? So I can redirect to the UI. Yeah, oh, so beautiful. I think this idea is gonna work. I think this idea is gonna work. We don't really need that. Host name, okay. Get host name. All right, great. Okay, let's just get this crap here, right? I'm gonna import this shit. This is gonna be a rec. This is gonna, man, fuck, how do we test this locally? That's the problem. That doesn't matter. And then here we can just have some arbitrary thing, right? We can just have a repo in the UI that we handle this. So let's just say sync GitHub repository. So we can call this. Shit. So here actually we get the token, right? And we need this token for all other operations. So in simple words, actually, we'll need to also do this and then carry over this token, right? So basically in here, we'll need to send this token as a URL parameter or something, or we'll see. Yeah, that's great. I think that should work. Yeah, something like this, right? I think this is a good idea. This is a great idea, I think. This should work. So now in our UI, we're going to redirect here. Then in our UI, we're going to build in our React app, we're going to build this view that handles this, takes the token, and then, of course, it calls back the API with the authenticated cookie because we have redirected to the user's browser, which is authenticated. So, yep, that sounds great. And then we call this crap, right? So in fact, yeah, then we can just call this. And then if I go to my README and open Swagger, okay, so this, yeah. So I think, yeah, so we'll move this away a bit. So this handler shouldn't actually be here. I think it's okay. It doesn't really matter for now. So yeah, we're going to call this, we're going to get the token, we're going to pass token back to the UI, and then UI is going to use this token again over here. So actually we need to update this a bit, sync public repositories, and then here we're going to say actually, let's just say token, right? You need to be logged in, you need to have exactly, beautiful. And then really, we don't need this part anymore, right? Because at this point we should have a token actually. And that's going to be like const token. So token is going to be request.params, right? All right, great. And then we no longer need this thing here, right? Yes. Let me just check this guy. Did this guy get updated? Yes, beautiful. Okay, now we should go to the UI, right, to our React thing. Close all of this stuff. And if we go to the actual app, we should implement, let's see, I think I have some similar things for like reset password and stuff, right? Confirm password, confirm password. Yeah, this is basically something that I need to do. Exactly. Where is this confirm email thing? So it's almost identical. Beautiful. Okay. So we're going to do something like that, right? Great. So we'll just say sync GitHub repositories, right? I was just trying to find the stuff that I already did. So I can just copy paste it beautifully. And actually, Bounty, please do, because I got that few times as well. You're 100% right. Okay, so let's make this view now. This view, really, what should this view do? I mean, we don't really need... I wonder if we even need the view for this. I think what we need is... yeah, I don't think we really even need a component for this, right? But let's actually make one. It's okay. So let's come here and say sync GitHub repositories. We don't really need it, but it's okay. Let me actually see if those guys who want to support this stream, if they have sent me the font yet or not. No, not yet. Okay. Confirm passwords, sync GitHub repositories. Yeah. So sync GitHub. We didn't export anything yet, right? So let's actually go to confirm email, right? And I'm going to literally grab this whole thing, but we will not need the whole thing, right? And then I'm just going to paste it all here. And then I'm going to come here and say, and I'll just call this sync GitHub repositories. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. The theme that I'm using, so the theme that I'm using is a default theme. It's called Dark Modern. So it's the one that comes with VS Code. And I'm using that background extension. So it's just the default. It's just the default theme. My pleasure, man. Thank you for asking, man. And welcome to the stream. Good to have you, man. Feel free to ask whatever, if anything is unclear or you want to know. Of course, applies to the rest of you as well. So get, and then we're going to call sync GitHub repositories, right? And then we're going to just pass back this token we got from the API. That's pretty much it. So we're going to be like, wait, v1, I think. Yeah. And this is actually completely wrong. This should be /auth, right? We go to our Swagger, so it's /auth/github. So pretty much it's this, right? So if we copy paste this fella, auth github callback sync public repository. Yeah, that's wrong. We'll fix that soon. Like we're gonna call it a bit different. No, actually, sorry, we should be calling this instead. No, my bad. Should be actually calling this one. The other one is actually called by the actual GitHub. So we're gonna request this fella over here. So GitHub is gonna call redirect to the front end to sync GitHub repositories. Exactly right. That's what we did here. Sync GitHub repositories. That's correct. Yes. Then this component is gonna render. We're gonna have a side effect here. We're gonna try to get the token from the URL. That's basically as part of this redirect, right? Yes, this token. And then we're gonna just call back we're gonna call this endpoint here, passing that token back. That's gonna work, and we will bypass those authorization middlewares because the browser is gonna be making the request, the browser in which user is actually authenticated, right? So that's why it's going to work. And then, I mean, that's why I say we probably don't need this component even, but it's okay, right? We're gonna start with it because once we actually successfully sync the repositories, we'll want to kind of redirect you to your profile anyway, right? So let's say is syncing, that is syncing, right? And here we'll just say, hey, if it's syncing, yes. For now, let's leave that. So technically, if this is correct, right? We want to literally say navigate. And we want to navigate basically here if we say username, we get this state from our Redux store, right? Yeah. Yeah. That would be kind of it. I think this should be sufficient code to fix this. I think. Callback. So basically, let me see my diagram that I drew. This beautiful diagram. So we sync. I call the GitHub. GitHub calls this callback now back. This callback redirects user back to the browser. Browser makes the call back to a different callback. So to a different endpoint, sorry. So this guy now makes a different call to this, and then that thing, and we carry the actual token here. And then at this point we sync. So here we do the syncing, then we return, and then the browser redirects to, yeah. Thank you very much, everybody, for the follows. Appreciate it. I think that should make it work. Now, the only problem is we can't really test locally. That's the problem. I think Yeah, because my awesome. Give me just 1 second. I just want to try staging application from. You're just gonna stare at my beautiful face for a moment. I just need to check if I can make this work locally with the staging account that I have. Oh, tabs. Program network staging. Give me 1 second, fellas. Give me 1 second. 1 second. I'm going to answer that question in a moment. Give me just a second, please. I'm just doing one thing very quickly. Give me a moment, guys, please. And then I'm going to share my screen. Just doing something with environmental variables. And I'm not willing to share that on the stream. Beautiful. Wow, it works. Okay, great. Okay, never mind. Let me close that. Okay. All right, beautiful. So let's try this now. So locally resync. Okay, almost. That's great. We almost had it. So that's good. It's gonna work. Great. The only thing that I messed up is this route has to be before. Yeah. And then we need to make sure to make this in our API a reserved word, right? Where's the endpoint for user? Wait. I think I know what the problem is. Yeah. I can show you that in 2 seconds. Give me a moment, please. I just need to finish this. Give me a second. What did I want to do? Oh, yeah, exactly. So I think the hostname thing is the issue, right? Yeah. This is the problem, right? Yep. That's the problem. Okay. 1 minute and I show you. Just need to focus on this. Okay, almost. Why did we fail? Let's see. URL v1 users GitHub. Okay, let me just remove them very quickly locally. So user repositories, let me just nuke all of this so we actually have none locally, just so we can actually see when it works. But we can see that my idea actually almost works. So we did end up here, which is beautiful. Just for some reason, we exploded here. Request.get auth sync repositories. Ooh, wait. Let's just get over here for a moment, right? Where is this crap? I see. No, actually, it's fine, right? So sync public repositories. Where's our Swagger? Yeah, that's correct. Maybe something with the redirect is wrong. Let's see. Mm-hmm. Ah, okay. The token we got back is what? Interesting. Okay. But what happened actually here? Oh, okay. I see. Give me a second. So this thing here. Ah, wait a minute. I think I know. Where's this token? Yeah. I see. So it's dot access token, right? My bad. Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. So actually, this is just going to be, let's actually call this access token instead. And then let's get rid of this. And let's do this, right? Right? Let's just add some validation here as well. Okay, great. So now it should technically work, I think. Shit. Man, almost. Wait a minute. Yeah, here's the access. So yeah, callback code auth GitHub callback sync public repositories. What? What? Oh, wait a minute. My bad. I think, yeah, this should be access token now. Access token. Beautiful. Yep. Try again. Hopefully, we're not going to get rate limited now by GitHub. That's kind of annoying sometimes. Let's see. Please, GitHub, don't rate limit us. And boom, it worked. So it works. Now, obviously, we need to... So yeah, we can't really redirect to repositories mainly because I don't have, it's kind of stateless, right? So when we change those tabs, I'm not memorizing where you are and stuff like that. But that's okay, right? So beautiful. So it actually does work. So we fixed it. Yeah, it worked. The only thing that I didn't like is the fact that we got that error. Let's kind of fix that. Let's just nuke the repositories again. Thank you very much, everybody, for the follows. Very much appreciated. So how did we, let's think about it. So if parameters has access, actually let's just early return here, right? Let's just improve this code a bit. So we'll say if, return, or we can just say, navigate. Then at this point, we do know that we have it, right? And then instead of maybe redirecting, we can just tell the user, hey, your repositories were synced. So let's actually not navigate from here at all. And also, let's maybe introduce something else as well here. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's just clean up a bit. Let's clean that up as well. Sync repository. So it's set is syncing, set is sync is false, blah, blah, blah. So here we're going to be waiting, blah, blah, blah. And then once it kind of syncs, right, let's go to this other view, confirm email, whatever, right? Yeah, so let's use this thing. Let's smack it in here. Let's go and try to find some icon for this. Oh, we have the happy cow. Beautiful. Happy cow. Button icon. Your repositories have been synced. Go back to your profile to check. Check them out, right? Shit, now we need that redirect state again. Ah, bummer. Confirm email, right? Yeah. Yes. Beautiful. 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 Yep. Looks great. Try that again. Beautiful. Okay, repositories. Sync. Your repositories have been synced. Go back to your profile to check them out. Back to profile. Almost shut up. I know, it's okay. Beautiful. I just don't know which error we get here. So let's fix that and we're done with that. Try that again. Hopefully we're not going to get blocked. Did we get the error again? Did anyone see that thing? So we try this, we do this, we navigate, if that's the case, right? Then we do this fella. Yes. And what is this supposed to, what did we do in the controller here? Give me a second. Yeah, what do we do here? We do some transactional stuff, blah, 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 update the user, reply to, oh, okay, I see. So we do try to redirect back to this and repositories. So that's the problem probably. So let's just instead of doing this, right, let's just say, okay, I see. So let's just say return. All right, maybe that was the issue, right? Try that again. Maybe that redirect was an actual issue. Error syncing repos. What? Ah, you have already synced your repositories in the past 24 hours. That's why. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I see. I see. That's because let's update that thing. Let's go to user. Where's my user table? It's here, right? So let me just remove that limitation that I have on my account. So GitHub sync that. Yeah. Let's just set that to null. And the last thing actually that I have to do is I need to clear the URL parameters, right? So how do I do that? I forgot the API, but I've done this recently. Didn't we do this somewhere? I think we did. Yeah, parameters delete token, exactly. So blah, blah, blah. Beautiful. So yeah, so over here, we're going to say parameters.delete access token. And this should be fine. Okay. So let's try that again. Profile, repositories, sync. Yes, there we go. Beautiful. Your repositories have been synced. Back to profile, repositories. Beautiful. Beautiful. Done. Okay. That's good. That's great. So I haven't completed this feature before. That's the problem. And then so only thing that I'm going to change here, I'm going to move this endpoint to a different controller. So this is really the authorization part, authentication part. No, it's been cleared. I think I've cleared it. Let's see in a second. Man, shut the fuck up. Good evening, buddy. Give me 1 second, Panosa, but I think I've just cleared it there. Let me just move. I just need to move this to a different controller. It was there. Okay, then it didn't work. Okay. Controllers. What the fuck? I see. This is just the controllers here. Okay. Sorry, my bad. Let's just go to the router. Let's go here, for example. Give me 2 seconds, fellas. I just need to focus for a second, and I'm getting back to you in a moment. Just to finalize this, I need like a minute. Almost done. Almost done. Beautiful. API v1 users. Okay, we need to update the UI URL as well. Beautiful. You can see here I am saying parameters.delete access token. So it's a bit strange that I didn't remove it. Let me see why that didn't happen. Because I think I'm clearing it like that in some other places as well. Yeah, here you see parameters.delete. Ah, because I need the navigate replace. My bad. Okay, that's a good catch. Where was I? Yeah, basically delete and then do this. Exactly. We need to clear the route. Yes. Okay, beautiful. Let's try that again. Let's go to my backend. Let's remove the user repositories again, just so we're in a blank state. So if we go back here and again, let's see here. So we have no repositories now, right? Let's sync them. Okay, so it's a wrong endpoint now. My bad. Where am I calling it? Auth. Oh, my bad. Wait. Wait a minute. Shit, what did I do? Did I remove a bit too much? No, I don't think so. No, right? This is the stuff we moved. Yeah, that's correct. Then here in the router, we have this is the auth router, right? We have GitHub callback. Oh man, fuck, I shouldn't have removed this. Why did I remove this? That makes no sense. Okay. Ah, that's a bummer. Okay, my bad. Shouldn't have removed that at all. That was a big mistake. Ouch, okay. Okay, that was premature. All right. Yep. Yep. Okay, good. So let's go back to the front end, right? So users repositories, sync. Ah, that's good. All good. It's just a user setting, right? The URL is invalid still, but 100%. I'm with you. Give me a second. I'm with you. I know. I'm with you. So I think we need to clear the URL. Well, actually, this is now problematic primarily because we're just so yeah. So let's do that thing, right? So so let's set the error locally. So yeah. So let's say here const error set. Let's say sync error set sync error, right? So here we're going to say set sync error. Then here we'll say if sync error. Actually, I think what we can literally do, I think we have an error state here, right? Yeah. We can literally do something like this. If sync error. I don't care. Okay. And then no matter what, right? We always want to do this here. Anton, man, it's been a long time, man. How are you doing? Okay, let me just nuke those repositories once yet again. And let's go. Let's try that again. Authorize. Okay, good. That's great. So error is properly handled. We have cleared the URL. We're getting the error. Beautiful. Let's now test the proper case when actually, yeah. Last login. Give me a second. So let's just remove this. Let's remove the repositories. Actually, do we even have any? No, we don't. Beautiful. Okay. I have two monitors, very big ones, 34-inch screen and 32. This one that I'm streaming from is 32-inch. I literally bought it for streaming. There we go. Okay. All good. Repository synced. Back to profile. Bam. Great. Amazing. Okay, that's it. That's it, folks. When it comes to fixing this, that's it. Sorry, I mean, again, I don't have a lot of people assume, right, that I have some super complex VS Code setup. My VS Code setup, man, is absolutely minimal. There's almost nothing here. This is my whole. I'm not using any component libraries, no. So this is my whole setup, right? Jesus Christ, man. Give me 1 second. There you go. That's my entire VS Code setup. Anton, thank you very much. It's Iron Maiden. One simply has to love Iron Maiden. There's no choice. All right, beautiful. So this is fixed. And the only thing I'm actually going to do, a process CNV, no, DNV is development, return this, otherwise do that. I saw Iron Maiden right a year before Corona, I think. Well, last time here in Copenhagen Arena. Went there with my wife. What a concert, man! I almost jumped from the balcony there like an idiot. It was insanely good. All right, let's push all of this crap. All right, beautiful. You can do it in Discord. This is not a open source project, right? But I would very much appreciate it if you can do it in Discord. That would be amazing. We have a channel in Discord where people report bugs. You can see here. There's the bugs channel on the top. So if you would have a minute or two, I would very much appreciate it, man. All right, great. Let's just go to the API. This should be deploying now. I hope I didn't mess something up. Okay, we're pushing. Let's wait for this fella to deploy. You also have a Discord link here in the top of the website, so you can literally click here, and it's gonna get you to Discord, right? Just FYI. So we've added this thing a day or two ago, and this also shows currently how many online people are in Discord. What the hell? Okay, deploying to Hetzner. Let's give it a second. Panosa, yeah, I have a smart home here as well. Specifically the lights. I don't have any like Alexa or anything like that. But I know, man, I also spend so much time playing with it as well, and I know the feeling when you say, "Oh, it's so nice when things work." Okay, so now I'm getting invalid state, right? But if I go ahead and log out from my, and actually let's make sure that our front end is also deployed on Cloudflare pages. You have everything connected. Nice. I didn't go that far. I couldn't bother. Okay, so new version of the app is here. Let's refresh. Beautiful. Let me log out from my GitHub. Too far, man. Too far. Okay, resync. Beautiful. What the fuck, man? Why am I still getting invalid state, man? This is not correct. I'm 100% sure. Can someone else who is logged in try to make sure that you're on the latest version of the front end, but can anyone try to do it? Shit. I think I had a previous wrong state previously. Try to resync your GitHub repos. Yeah, I'm 100% sure. Just good evening, monkey. Invalid state as well. Yeah, that doesn't make sense, man. Have you tried to sync them before? Have you tried to do it before and it failed before now? Because it could be that you're basically in some sort of, that both of us are in some sort of invalid state right now. So AMX, have you tried before? I'm also getting invalid state. Actually, wait. It could be the env. Yeah. I mean, I'm almost sure it's env, but give me a second. Just one moment. To GitHub. Let me just double check my the GitHub callback sync public repos. Wait. GitHub callback sync public repositories. Yes, that's great. We go, that's the code. So it has to be the env, right? I guess. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure this is now fixed. Like, no questions about that. It's just, let's see. Let's get over here. Auth apps. All right, let me give me 1 second. Let me try one thing very quickly. I need to just do something that I can't show you on the screen, unfortunately, because it's environmental variables and stuff. Give me a moment. Blah 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 blah. Where the hell is it? API. Yeah. GitHub sync repos client ID. I'm just going to update the environmental variables, right? Just to make sure. Client ID. I'm going to generate a new secret. I'm going to say new secret sync secret just for the sake of it, right? Give me just a moment, guys. I just need to, I'll be done in like 30 seconds. Client secret client GitHub sync repos callback URL. Let me also update that just for the sake of it, right? All right, great. And I'm just gonna SSH into my server as well to check one thing out. And then I'm sharing my screen. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, GitHub. I'll just update something there as well. client ID. D6, yes. API GitHub user repos, yes. Sync public repositories, yes. All right, I can close that. Let me make sure of one thing. Yeah. All right, cool. I can share my screen now again. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go and let's let's just rerun that thing, right? So let's go to API and let's rerun the same job that just ran. Just maybe it isn't the environmental variables, but let's just redeploy because I don't know. It's very strange. So let's redeploy the backend once again because yeah, this thing should be working now, right? So it's super awkward that we're getting this, right? Troll. All right, so we have a bunch of people signing up this stream. That's what I like to see. Thank you very much for signing up. Let me actually take a look at the logs past 30 minutes. And I really need to ignore those things from the logs because they're pretty useful. But yeah, here is the invalid state that people are getting, right? So this is from our Loki and Grafana and Prometheus, right? Thank you guys for the follows. Actually, I think we're very close to 4,000 followers. Let me actually take a look at that. I think we're pretty close to 4,000 people, which is pretty crazy. Yeah, we are 87 people away. Yeah, 87 people away. Nice. I'm using Fastify. Fastify has a Fastify Swagger, so it is doing it automatically. Yes. So that. Thank you very much, guys, for the follow. 86. Thank you. I mean, yeah, it's actually pretty crazy. Never thought we're gonna get there. Wasn't even a plan. All right. Backing up the database. Beautiful. Beautiful. I can sleep so much easier at night since I implemented this step as well in CI, right? With the R clone and stuff. Panosa, I love you, man. You kick ass, man. Sleep well. Thank you for coming by. Always, man. I hope to see you tomorrow. Show us dream data. But what do you mean show us dream data? The website, you mean? Or what exactly do you want me to show you? Yeah, I mean, this is the website. If you can decipher anything from it. I did pitch it a few times before, right? So I think I'm somewhere here in the picture. Here I am. Here I am. It's just I'm a tech lead now. So we need to update this so I can feed my ego. Look at me. Yeah, it's actually a bunch of us. It's a bunch of us. I'm right here. All right. Very beautiful, very humble, very beautiful, very great, very much great. Man, why are we getting invalid state? Why are we getting this crap, man? I don't get it. Like, something's... I'm almost certain it has to do something with me being logged in and needing to get the new token from GitHub or whatever. Like, it has to be. Wait, let me go to Firefox, right? Yeah, but that makes no sense, man. That makes no sense. Let me try here. New version of this page is available. Sure, thank you. Victor, good evening, buddy. How are you? Give me a second. I need to two-factor authentication. New sign-in request. Confirm digits 59. So this has to be something additional. So probably after the stream, I need to just play it with environmental variables. I think this is an env type of issue. There's nothing really else that can be wrong here, right? Wait, give me one moment. So this gets cold, right? Same man, same man. Been at work with my wife, kid, and family. Started the stream. And then after the stream, I'm going to bed, pretty much. So we kind of fail here, but why is the state wrong? Let's read the logs. Is there anything in the logs that we can use? I don't think so, no. Wait, let's log in here again. Oh, Jesus Christ, man. Why is it asking me constantly? Give me 1 second. Super strange, man. Like, we fixed it and now, you know, it's some probably env stuff. Settings, I think I did some Pluralsight many years ago. Yes, I think around maybe 8 years ago I did some Pluralsight. I don't think I have any. I think actually, wait, let me go to my LinkedIn, right? But I certainly learned a lot of stuff in my career from Plural. I haven't been there in a long time. But if I go to my LinkedIn, right, I think courses, right? How can I see that crap? Wait. How can I see my courses? They were somewhere here. What? IT engineer? Yeah, here they are. Yeah, exactly. So if I take a look at my courses, right? So actually 2015, how to build a startup. 2015, MongoDB for Node.js developers. 2014, project management professional. Managing developers, 2014. 2011, beginning game programming with C#. Fronted masters, lynda.com. I mean, certificate. I mean, you have to understand, certification certificate is completely worth zero. Keep that in mind. So certificate as a paper is literally worth zero, right? So keep that in mind. Nobody gives a shit about certificates, right? I mean, you should do those courses so you learn the tangible skills, right? You should not do them because you get some paper, right? Just FYI. I mean, doing those courses is great. Doing every reasonable professional on the planet constantly learns. None of us. That's if you want to be a good professional, become expert, and stay expert, which is the hardest part. You have to constantly learn, right? I've been professionally programming since 2008. I started working basically 2008 or 9, but I've been programming probably for 20 years, right? All combined as a kid. But I started professionally programming, meaning so you can see I started basically my first job in 2008-9. So this was when so 2008 was approximately when I started looking for professional jobs, right? But before that, obviously, I was already a programmer because, yeah. And then I was an accelerator, then blah, 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 blah. I was a team lead at Danish Supercomputing Center here in Denmark. DTU is the biggest technical university in Denmark and probably in Scandinavia. So I worked here for a bit as a team lead. It's a very, very beautiful, it's I think one of the best technical schools in Europe. Let me show you. Beautiful, beautiful thing. So this whole thing is a DTU. This whole thing, it's almost like a city. It's huge. This is all the university, right? And I miss it. I miss it sometimes. I really loved being there. I really loved the environment. It was amazing. I would actually eat when I was working there. I would eat very close by to the right here. Yeah, I miss this place. I miss this place for sure. Then I was a mentor for 5.5 years at the boot camp, and then now I'm a tech lead at Dream Data. Let's see where my life takes me. But it's been a lot of work past 15 years. Too much work. Tuition is free for Danish students, right? Yes. I don't know how it works today for internationals, but I think it's gotten harder. I don't think that I'm working too much. I think in fact, but of course I don't regret it. I mean, work is fundamental part of life, and I love my work. I mean, I think the fact that we're sitting and pressing buttons on our mouse and we're making money is what I would be ashamed to complain, right? People do way harder jobs in life to even pay the basic bills, right? So I don't regret anything. I don't regret anything ever. Oh, nice. Surplus Bosnian. I'm the same, man. I'm the same, pretty much. I'm the same like you. Good, man. Good to have you here, dude. Again, for those who've been watching me, I've been streaming now for almost a year, I think. Everything in life is about perception, right? There's always far many more people which are way worse than us. And some people are never happy, right? Some people are happy with very little things, right? I don't actually know, man. I mean, I don't know because I don't really. I mean, I have most of my friends are Danes and Swedes and all sorts of people because I don't know, right? I'm not really into. I meet people naturally through work, through concerts, through bars, right? So I don't really know. Most of my friends are not from the Balkans, not because I don't want them to be from the Balkans. It's just I generally don't meet people from the Balkans because I haven't actually I met one girl from Croatia maybe 6-7 years ago. She was super amazing. We hanged out a lot. I meet a lot of Romanians. I have a lot of Romanian friends, amazing people. I have Argentinian friend. I have some friends from Brazil. Also, one of the kindest people on earth, I think. Romanians are amazing, man. I mean, I don't know. I just get along with them so well. But I don't really, that's why I say I don't know, right? I don't choose. I mean, I hang out with all people, whoever I stumble upon, and if we click together, I don't give a shit, right? Who is who, right? Never did, never will. So yeah, okay. So when it comes to this syncing repositories, I'll need to figure out what this state is, because it really sucks ass. Because we did fix it, and now we're getting this. Oh, what happened here? What happened? Okay, we're getting fucking invalid state again, man. Why? I mean, it's very easy in our industry, right? Because I mean, in a software engineering industry, right? I think people are generally intelligent enough, and they have no prejudice, right? They don't have much prejudice as well, right? So I think it's just chances of meeting people that are not normal are very low, right? I genuinely never met a person that was shitty. Like I generally don't meet bad people. It's like I can't even think of someone that I met that was bad. Like literally, like I'm thinking now and I can't think of anyone, right? So I think that people in general are kind, man. Like like it's just natural state of human, right? And I think that's mainly because it's way easier to be kind than to be an asshole, right? Because for the most normal people, being an asshole, you really need to put in the effort, right? Because it goes against human nature. I think every normal all normal people generally they don't like conflict. They try to avoid conflict. They try to avoid that sort of stuff, right? What do I classify as bad? I mean, people who are generally stupid, right? Some people are just inherently stupid, right? When I say stupid, you can then classify that further on by saying misinformed, uninformed. I don't mean necessarily education, because education doesn't define if you're stupid or not. Any idiot today can finish university, right? Finishing a school is like it has no weight on your intelligence anymore. Literally, any idiot of 50 IQ can finish school, right? So there's multiple things for me that for me a person that has no character is not a human being, right? So for example, if you're a person who is led by ideology, then you're not a person. You are an idea. So you know what I do whenever I meet a new person, I give it 5 minutes to see if I'm talking to a person or ideology. Because if I'm talking to ideology, then I already know that person and I know what they're going to say in the next 5 hours. So this is how the people are classified. You have people who are individuals. They form their own opinions, even if they're shitty opinions, even if they're something that I disagree with, until at least it's theirs. And then you have people who are fully shaped by other people's ideas. They have no opinion on their own. They're just jumping on those trends and ideologies and stuff. And then there's no point hanging out with such a person, because that person is going to tell you the same thing that other 3 billion people of the same ideology are going to do, right? So in simple words, like that's how I classify people. I like individuals. And even if the individual is a shitty person, at least I know I'm talking to someone that has a high probability of changing, because they became shitty on their own, not by someone else making them shitty, right? So that is a stupid person. Stupid person is a person that basically has no personal identity at all. That person is led by ideas, by other people's philosophy and stuff like that, right? Like most of those influencers, they're stupid like fuck, right? They share no opinions on their own. They're quoting Mark Twain, Albert Einstein, etc., because they can't form anything intellectual on their own, right? Every single thing they say has been said by someone else, right? And that's super easy today. You can, so critical thinking is the fundamental thing, especially today for the existence of human race. We have fast checkers, we have this, we have that. You cannot have, other people making decisions for you. You cannot expect other people to process any sort of information for you and bring it on the plate, right? You have to develop critical thinking today in the modern times due to, just increasing complexity of the world, right? Propaganda on all sides, all sorts of shit, right? So in order to thrive and survive and understand the world today, you have to develop yourself as an individual who is able to think, right? If you're not able to do that, then it's not going to be good, right? You're going to be not going to be good. Not going to be good. Okay, that's how it is. That's how it is. That's how it is. Yeah. So if we go back here, actually, just to see if I can figure it out in the stream, why are we... Oh, shit. Did we not... Wait. Did I not push the latest thing? Oh, no, I didn't. Did I... Oh, fuck, I didn't push this yet, man. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay. There was an error when committing. Oh, yeah. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Shit, man. Okay, great. Completely forgot. Yeah. You need to learn to think for yourself, man. There's not gonna be some, let's censor platforms. Let's have other entities. Never in history of humankind that when human race allowed public institutions to decide what's true or what's not, it always ended really bad. It always started historically as a good cause and then ended up with systems like communism and shit like that, right? So in simple words, you can only protect yourself by thinking yourself correctly, right? That is the only way you can move forward, right? You cannot expect Facebook to remove content that someone says is true or not, right? Yeah, right. That's the problem. Like, it's like, hey, Facebook shouldn't have allowed this information or that information, or it's like, who is that entity who decides what is right or wrong, right? Like, who is that entity that said, like, who is that person who decides what a fact is, right? You get what I mean? That's such a dangerous idea. It's like, yeah, we're gonna give this entity the power to decide what is true and what is not. It's like there's so many things which are objectively both true and wrong at the same time. And then, of course, the world isn't binary, right? It's like I think everything today that you see in the news as well is like very binary. It's like true, false, black, white, but many things at the same time relative to something else can be 10 things can be true at the same time or wrong, right? So when you have those things like being, right? And they shouldn't, man. Of course they shouldn't. They shouldn't moderate content. I agree. Because again, moderate what content, right? I mean, the thing is, think about it this way. Today, you might have someone that moderates content that you agree with. And you're like, yeah, fuck yeah, moderate that content. But what happens tomorrow when you have someone else that moderates the content that goes against your own right well-being, right? So it's like you have to understand it's like when you give that power away, you gave the power away. No, and at one point in time, it's not going to benefit you. It might benefit you now, right? Again, the only way you can solve that problem, the only way, is to develop critical thinking. Again, there's nobody, you cannot solve this problem by protecting people from information, right? That never worked throughout history, man. Like, you cannot protect people from by blocking things, right? That's like, you know, when you're young and your parents kind of force you to do something, or like, you know, and then you even more you want to do it, you know. It's like, it never worked, man. That's why I say critical thinking is the most fundamental thing. There's nothing more fundamental today than that, right? It's insane. Because there cannot be an entity there that decides what an objective truth is, right? Because again, at one point in time, it's going to be someone that you don't agree with yourself, right? And then it's not good, right? Exactly. I mean, yeah, exactly. I don't know what the fuck is this. Yeah. I don't know, man, what is this, but it has to be environmental variable something, because locally it works. And that's a huge irony, right? So locally it works. So I think I'm going to end the stream. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to fix it in like 5 minutes. The biggest problem, the hardest thing to fix this now is basically I can't share my SSH. I can't share my remote server. I can't share my environmental variables and stuff, right? So let's just exactly, man. Exactly. Invalid state. What the hell does it mean, right? What the hell does it mean? Okay, guys, we had some nice chats, some good laughs today. Some stupid philosophy of mine. I hope you don't mind. I guess we're here to hang out sometimes, so we don't have to just talk about code. I think it is. I mean, I think fixing those repositories is fine. And honestly, again, you know, it's not just about code. It's about having fun as well, right? So we had some good laughs, right, at the start of the stream. So Raps, see you tomorrow, buddy. Bounty, thank you for being here, my friend. I really appreciate you being here. Big Shot. Druss, working locally and not remotely suggests domain, cross-domain stuff. Let's discuss that domain local stuff another time, just because I want to go and fix this now. But possibly, yes. Stan, everybody, Numinix, thank you very much, guys, for being here. I appreciate you very much. Thank you for the new followers, new subscribers, and all of that stuff. Appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, please, yeah, go and sign up. And you too, Anton. You too, my friend. G Bounty, make sure to share some videos with us, man, on Discord. I want to watch that. I never saw you, so I would like to do that. Guys, thank you very much. Take care. Enjoy yourselves. I'm gonna check it now. I'm gonna check it now, speaker. I'm gonna actually, once I stop the stream, I'm gonna fix it. So let's see what happens. Yeah. Awesome, fellas. Peace out. I wish you well. Be well, stay well, and do something good for yourselves. Good night, guys. Bye. Peace out. Bye-bye. Bye. See you.